Hi everyone, this is the next part for the exam. Next part to study quadratic equations, how to solve the quadratic equations. This is also about factoring the expressions, which is you should factorize the left sides. So we have the most general cases in here. The first thing to tell about these kind of things, it must be equal to 0 always. If it is not equal to 0, you move 15 in here. You make it 2x squared plus x minus 15 equal to 0. It has to be equal to 0. So I'm going to solve a few examples for the lesson. They are already prepared as equal to 0. If you see something not equal to 0 in exam, like this one, you should do cross product and later make it equal to 0. So I will try to solve a question about every case that you can see about the quadratic equations. The case 1. The quadratic equations, normally they should have the 3 parts like ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So what if some of those parts are missing? What if the last part is missing? So you need to factorize this left side. It's all about factoring method. 6 and 15. They have the common factor 3, x squared and x. They have the common factor x. So you can move the common factor 3x out of the parentheses. So the number 3 times 2, x squared, x times x. One of them out, the other is in. So minus 15 is 3 times 5, 3 is out, and x is out completely, equal to 0. And then you continue. What if the first part equals 0? What if the second part equals 0? So in this case, x must be equal to 0. Minus 5 goes to other side as plus 5. And x equals plus 5 over 2. Now the case 2. What if the middle part is missing? What if you have like a x squared and plus c? So it has to be always a minus in here. Then you try to do it with the case identities, a squared minus b squared. So the a part, you should write down with parentheses and power 2. 16 is power 2 of 4 and x. Only the number 5. If you don't have a perfect square in here, like 25 is 5 squared, not like 16 is 4 squared, you use the square root. Square root 5 squared makes number 5. So a number, b number. A minus b times a plus b equals 0. And then you have 2 ways to continue. What if the first one, square root 5 must be there? Sorry, I did a mistake in the YouTube video. It's a very bad thing to do. So there must be square root 5 in here. A minus b, a plus b, square root 5. So then the first case, what if the first one is equal to 0? Square root 5 other side, it becomes positive square root 5. Then x equals positive square root 5 over 4. And what if the second part equals 0? 4x plus square root of 5 equals 0. Move square root 5 to other side, it becomes minus square root 5. Let's do that minus better review. It looks like connected in the previous case. Minus square root 5 over 4 is the 2 answers. Now here we have the third part, the third case. We have to factorize this. So you mostly start like 1 times 4. I couldn't write with this pen board. 1 times 4, 1 times 6. You try to check them. But in the beginning of today's lesson, I told you that check always if you can do the common factor out. Always check that. 4, 10, and 6. They all are divisible by 2. So we can move the number 2 out. So 4, 2 times 2, 10, 2 times 5, and 6, 2 times 3. So then trying to factorize right now, it is easier than the first red case. So I have the numbers 1 times 3, 1 times 2, sorry. 1 times 3 is the next one. And 1 times 3. Right now, I didn't put any plus and minus because I will check in my mind which case is working. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 1 is 2, 3 and 2 I have. I should do minus. 3 minus 2 is 1. So this didn't work. I should change their places up and down. 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 3, 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So this is the case, working case. So then I am going to arrange the signs. The big product, which is 2 times 3, should be like the middle place. It should be minus 6. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. So then sign of this one, so the product of these two should be minus 3. So to make it minus 3, minus times minus makes plus. So I need minus times plus makes minus, yes. So then let's recheck what we have right now. 1 times plus 1 is plus 1. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. Plus 1 minus 6 makes minus 5. So this is all about the factoring. If you know how to factorize, you can do that. So 2 stays in the beginning, and we factorize this inside part as 2 parts. 1x minus 3, first row, and the second row, 2x plus 1 equals 0. So if the first part equals 0, x equals 3. If the second part equals 0, plus 1 moves to the other side as minus 1, 2x. So 1x equals minus 1 over 2. And here we have such a case, which is this one. And the third, all the cases I'm going to do in this video, quadratic equation, every case that you might see. So when you try to factorize them, like 1 times 4 and 2 times 2, nothing is working. You should add them. 1 plus 4, 5, 2 plus 2 is 4. So both of them is not working. For this kind of cases, we are using the discriminant formula. B squared minus 4ac, and the two results that we might have, x1, 2, minus b plus or minus square root discriminant over 2a. So what is this ABC numbers? We always have the case ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is the the whole case about the I can say kind of rule, or like the most well-known quadratic form. So the a number right now 1, the b number minus 6, the c number is plus 4, positive 4. I'm going to just place them in the quadratic formula and find the result. B squared, b number minus 6 squared, minus 4 times a number 1, c number 4, minus 6 squared is 36, minus 16, that is 20. Then x1 minus b number is negative, so I do it with parentheses, and plus square root discriminant, which is 20 over 2 times a number is 1. So minus 6 is going to become plus 6. 20 can be written, square root 20 can be written as 4 times 5. So square root of 4, we can write the result of it, but square root of 5, we don't know the result. 2 square root 5 over 2. So then check if both numbers are divisible, if both of them are divisible by this or not. If they are, you can simplify one more time. 6 over 2 makes 3. 2 over 2 makes plus 1 times square root of 5. When you go for x2, it is minus b, which is the b number is minus 6, minus square root discriminant over 2 times a. Everything is the same, only right before the square root we have minus. So the similar steps will happen. It will be 3 minus square root of 5. You have the two results. Also, this discriminant method can be used for every case. This is the case working for everything. If you forgot how to factorize the expressions, you can always continue with the quadratic formula. What is the a number in this case? Ax squared. It is 6. What is the b number? Minus 15. And the c number, there is no c number, that means 0. You can put these ABC numbers in the formula and find the same two results. And then, what is the a number in here? Ax squared. What is the b number? Bx, something times x. We don't see such a term in here, so that's 0. and the C number has no X, which is -5. Put them in the formula, find the two results, no problem. And A number 4, B number -10, and the C number -6. Put them in the discriminant formula and find the two results. It will work. Thanks for listening.